Like, I love rich people. I love rich people, even though they don't give people money like you think they should. Man, fuck. Why I gotta help niggas out here? Why? I don't want to help niggas out here. That's cool. I get it. I get it. You got money. You happy. Like you just been living a certain way for so long. You good with life. You good with life. Nothing else. You don't gotta bring nothing else in your life. That's their peace. That's their heaven. They don't gotta worry about shit else. But them, they family, and they food. What's on the table, okay? And how you gonna get it on there. I love it. I respect it. You keeping up that grind to make sure your family stay stable, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep it together. Hold them up. Hold them up. Keep them eating. Even if you have all trillions and trillions stashed away, yeah, you sure as hell could give that shit up. But my family cool, and they gonna be cool for generations. That's all I know. That's all I know. So I did what I had to do. What do you want in life? What do you want in life? Know what I mean? And it don't gotta be that deep. If you want to work at a Walmart or a Target or a Publix or a gas station or being a trash man or whatever, that's all love. And people want to talk about them as if that's the career or that's the job they found, like an electrician or whatever. That's the job they found that they want to do for the rest of their life. Everything. And you may look at it like working at McDonald's, all that shit. You may look at it as, oh, you want to do that for the rest of your life. That's sad. But no. Some people really do this because they can't help it. They need to be busy. They made it already. Some people out here just want to work. And then see right there, you didn't even take a second to ask what their life was. And you just judged them outright just because of the cover you see. They could have a whole life story behind them. They spouse dead. All their kids. They was raped by a group of people on a vacation. And you was just trying to live life. Shit happens. But now you stuck at this Walmart. And nobody want to know your story. Nobody want to know how you got there. Nobody want to care. And even then, you make peace with yourself because you want to be here. Or right now, you have to be here. If you have an inkling that you think you shouldn't be here, maybe you shouldn't. And you should find a way to get the fuck out. Because there's something greater, something bigger for you. The sky is even beautiful, still beautiful. With all the clouds in the sky, because how can you explain it? And you can explain it, yes, of course. Of course, science. But look at it. Oh, you love God so much. You just said so many bad things that God caused. How did God protect them? I know. I'm not them. I'm not them. That's it. However, they walk God. If they even walk God, like, all I know is that I've been going through a lot of shit. I've been going through a lot of shit. So, it's like, oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, of course I'm not gonna know how hurt they could be with God if they did believe in God, if something like that did happen to them. Or, no, not if, that did happen to them. But the one person that got R-worded, I say R-worded in replace of rape because I think it's too strong. But I had to make a statement saying if you're gonna have conversations, you need to have them outward. You know, like talk about it. Mental, like what happened in your life. Talk about it if you feel comfortable enough. You know, call it what it is if you can, and if not, I'm about to keep calling it what I call it. So the R word, right? She got R-worded by a bunch of people. And we got some sensitive groups out here. Also, make sure you ask the people, like, how you feel? Like, you okay? Like, am I being too strong? You know, I'm sorry. I should have thought about that. That's my bad. This is what it is. Like, TikTok can silence me, whatever, but got a lot to say. And you wanna know what happened? She came back home. She was on the news, and she was like, yeah, that happened. But I made peace with it. Crazy. Crazy. She made peace with it. She made peace with it. Crazy. That's what I love about people. Some people, they make it through and they stay strong enough to just say, I made it. I made it through. I was talking to my girl the other day about moms or dads that leave their kids. Now, if you've been trying to take care of your kids and stuff like that, I'm not in the situation, so I don't know how to navigate talking about this situation. I don't want to be too forward about what I'm trying to say, like I know anything. But in my opinion, I believe life is too short. And God told me to literally uproot my whole life to go do a journey that if that meant fucking up all this shit, that meant fucking up all this shit. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna uproot. If I had kids, I'm gonna leave my fucking kids. If I have a husband with them kids, I'm gonna leave him. And then hopefully he do his thing. I'm probably gonna be worried, oh, that motherfucker ain't gonna take care of my kids. He not gonna take care of my kids, but they still alive. And they still gonna be alive. Sometimes you gotta do that for yourself. Sometimes you gotta, you chose your life. You chose what you wanted. And now you gotta figure it out. But that's why you have a community. And that community has a community, and that community has a community. So you just gotta let it see and watch and how it works out for itself. And then hope you have somebody behind your back that's ready to defend you, ready to show you that love, to know that you're on that grind of self-growth so you can have the betterment, the bigger picture for your life. People talk about you gave up your kid, never came back. Yeah, that one's rough. That one's rough. But that don't mean they don't regret it. That don't mean they don't think about it. Now they probably assume that you with a family, you happy. Some of them, they probably don't give a shit. I'm not gonna hold you. Some others probably don't give a damn. They out here living their life. It is what it is. You gotta find your peace with yourself. The world gonna handle it. God gonna handle it. The universe gonna handle it. She gonna handle it. God is gonna handle it. They gonna handle it. They gonna handle it. You give it to them. You give it to them. You can't stress about that. Yeah, you gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. But you can't stress about none of that. Yeah, it's trauma on you. It's trauma on you. You can't help but feel. You're human. But you gotta give it. You gotta give it to him. Because he gave it to you. He gave it to you. So you gotta give it right back to him. You gotta give it right back to him. If God did this to me, that's why. To help me. To help me. And I'm hurting right now. But he gave it to me. He gave it to me. So how am I gonna work this? How am I gonna morph this into me? So if you have all these kids and you've been staying strong, you've been taking care of your baby. You've been taking care of your husband. You've been taking care of the house. You've been trying to stay strong. And the band. He's been trying to stay strong, being financially, trying not to just lose it, while trying to stay happy and do the best they can, while also possibly themselves just going through their mental things, if they have mental things. This is in more places than people think that are happening. I know it happened to me. Maybe not the same scenarios or situations, but I know the same plot, the same perspective of personalities within individuality. I know it's similar because of generational trauma. And because we don't know how to work with that, we don't know how to work with people. And so now we're blaming each other for something that we can't do. No, we just need to take a fucking break. And we need to help each other take a fucking break. And then maybe, you never know, the bigger picture, your relationship good. Your kids are happier. Your house is cleaner. The air is fresher. It don't feel so dense in your house. It don't feel so clouded in your house. Maybe you need to move. Maybe you gotta, figure out your growth, your shadow work. I don't know what it looked like for you. I don't know what your life. It could be as simple as taking your dog outside or going on a small little hike up the street to a gas station. Start somewhere. You gotta connect though. Every time I made a video, I've been outside. Even when I get a bigger place and we move out. I live with my parents. We live with our parents. Get a place, move out. I'm still gonna be outside. Maybe sometimes I feel more comfortable to film inside, but because now we have a bigger space. But nah, like, I'm gonna be outside connecting with God, connecting with nature. I have to drill this in my head as I'm talking so I don't forget who did it. It's God. It's God. He made it beautiful. For 14 days, it didn't rain. And then if it did, grass needed some water. But 14 days, it didn't rain. Did you see that? It happened around me. For 14 days, it didn't rain. I'm talking like I read the Bible up, back, front, back. It's not that deep, guys. When I was on my 6-month journey of religion, you want to know how I walked this, man? I didn't buy the Bible until I had my spiritual awakening. I didn't buy my Bible until after maybe 3 days. My girl, she was like, okay, let's get this one. She did the call for us. She got it for us. Need to recognize that, my love. We got the Bible. Cracked it open. I was right. I was writing. I was going a storm. But look, during my 6-month journey, I didn't touch the Bible, man. I didn't. I was just out here talking to God and listening, and just listening to whatever was putting me my way. That's how I always moved. I always moved like that with God, just listening, being spiritually in tune, believing in everything and anything could be possible. Even if it looks impossible, you just never know. So why are you going to be such pessimistic if you can't believe in possibly something greater? Even when it's like, oh, this person collapsed. They got cancer. They got all 5 types of cancer and all this and that and the third. Some people are out here dealing with that, and I'm sorry. But you just never know, miracles happen. And yeah, sometimes it doesn't happen to everybody. It just depends on what the situation looks like, but I'm not going to knock the people that have lost their lives. They're beautiful too. But now they're in heaven. God has them. And they're happy. I know it. They're happy. And they can't wait to see you too, but they want you to live life because they see what you gonna cook with. But you gotta not stand in that grief. Don't stand in that grief for too long. I love you too, they say. but don't stay in that grief for too long. You got a life to live, a life I gave you, I helped give you. Whoever moment or person that is that gave you love and life that you can carry with you. I'm still here, I promise. I just had to go. I had to go. It was time. I lived a different life that you may not know about. You may find out later, but it was my time. But I'm so blessed and happy that I got to live it with you. And all the beautiful other people that I got to have and live alongside with. It's love. It's all started with love. I'm gonna break.